What?
Good afternoon, and good afternoon for me, and good evening for my new guest with Meet the GM. Welcome, Luke. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Johnny.
Good.
Hello, everybody.
That's no bother.
The weather?
Yeah, it's good to see you. We've not talked together for a while, so it's nice,
Yeah, it's been a while. Too busy now with the young ones. So.
Well, they keep you on your toes. Anyway, so we'll go for start off then. Obviously, you're Luke, and where are you from, Luke?
Well, I'm from England, from Yorkshire, Halifax. If anyone's heard of that place, but now I live in Hong Kong. So I'm from I'm from England, but I'm living in Hong Kong. 11 years now.
So we have not lost your accent, though. So.
No. Well, it depends.
No, you've definitely not lost your accent.
Well, it depends who I'm talking to. If I'm speaking to people in Hong Kong, maybe I'm a little bit more, I don't know, generic English tone.
I know I had a mate who he lived in Edinburgh. He was from Newcastle, but he was a season ticket holder. But when he was in Edinburgh, he had a posh English accent. But whenever he came back from watching Newcastle play, he had a complete Geordie accent.
Aye.
for the first 2 hours, he had a complete accent. But for the most part, it was like proper poshy English and all that. But as soon as he came back from the football, I was like, "Why, mate?" And he did live on the Nuki Brown as well, so I was like, I can't stand that. It's horrible. Oh no, I don't drink it anymore at all. But I didn't like the smell of it, the taste of it. I was more of a lager drinker. Anyway, so obviously you say you're from Yorkshire. So what is your Orkney team name?
Yorkshire Fens.
And then obviously, how long have you followed the NFL? Roughly.
Since I think probably 2018-19 season. So that's 7 years, 6 years.
Somewhat.
That's 7 years.
Yeah, because it's 2026 now. So 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, I did get to see Miami play in 2007 when we played the not very exciting game at Wembley.
Oh, was it bad?
When Eli Manning ran in for it. Oh, it was awful. Eli Manning ran in for a touchdown in like snail pace. But especially the rain. They didn't like the rain, I don't think.
Well,
so obviously, and going by your Orkney Bowl team, then they could probably guess what team you support. And anybody that knows you what team you support, what team do you follow?
I'm a Dolphins fan. So I got Yorkshire Rose mixed with the Dolphin.
Yes. And what made you support that team or follow that team? We don't really support them in America. It's follow.
So yeah, the reason I followed that team is when I decided, I think I'll start watching NFL. I tried to pick a team, and then just basically went off where I visited in America when I've been, and I've always gone to Florida, so chose the Dolphins. I suppose I could have chosen I could have picked 3 teams, I suppose, but I don't know. I remember the Dolphins from the Ace Ventura film.
I was about to say, yeah, I was at the Ace Ventura, and then you mentioned Dan Marino and the
kicker.
Well, you have some famous people back then, but yeah, they're not so great at the moment. But well,
I think we're heading in the right direction.
They've got a quarterback now.
We're heading in the right direction.
Well, that's the thing. They've done the right thing. They've just dumped it and start again, basically.
Yeah, there's not many.
Get rid of all the wasted money. So
not many teams do that now. So yeah, I think
No, it's refreshing to see.
Well, yeah, a lot of people not behind, Jeff Hafley and some of the trades that we've done, but I think they all make sense. Really, you've got to account for Tua's silly contracts, and we were in a pretty bad.
A few silly contracts.
I mean,
yeah, you're better ready Tua,
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big Tua fan, but to be fair, last year or two, he's not been great. So.
No, Tua was good when you had fit and healthy and fast as hell, and Waddle on the other side. When he could air it out and stay healthy, he was good. But he can't stay healthy. That's the problem. He just gets murdered.
And then last year we had a terrible line. as well.
Yeah.
A lot wrong with the Dolphins.
That was last year.
A lot wrong.
Yes, but there's a lot wrong with a few teams. That's why there's so many teams that are down the bottom with little wins and the teams at the top. So you can get a good draft spot, but you're going to a crap team. It's not really going to help the player getting drafted. But so anyway, so what is your favourite player from the past from your team? It can even be before you watched them.
I was thinking about this today, actually. And I don't know, because I've obviously not watched the NFL for that long. So most players that I've watched are only just retired or still playing. So it's really a tough one for me, because I'd be lying if I chose anyone who's really old, because I've never watched them, apart from the odd reel and stuff. I don't know, I'd probably go Waddle, because now he's gone, I can say Waddle.
Very true. That is a good one, because he is now in the former.
I mean, if I was going to go further back, when I first started watching us, I don't know if it was the first or second season, but we had Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah.
At QB, and he was really fun to watch play. I enjoyed watching him play. So
yeah, it was always entertaining when he was QB.
Yeah, so if I was going to go Dolphins, it'd be those. If I wasn't, then it'd be Devontae Adams, because he was super dominant when I first started watching NFL.
He's still a good player. He obviously is a bit older now, and he's not the main man in the team. But yeah, he's good in the end zone.
So good. Him and Rodgers.
Good for fantasy.
Him and Rodgers, when I first started watching, it was just unstoppable. Those two.
Yeah, they did have a good connection. But then he obviously wanted to go with Derek Carr.
Yeah, no, that was a strange one.
When he went to Raiders, and then they got rid of him. It was like, okay. He must be so pissed off when that happened. You go join the team to be with your quarterback from college, and then they could boot him after that. I was like, okay, no bother.
I do tend to like those players that are a bit less flashy, because like Devontae Adams, he's not a flashy wide receiver, like top of the catch spins and stuff. He's not not super fast out the routes and things. He's not that type of player. But I do like those more solid team, clever wide receivers like Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams. So it's probably the guy I'd pick.
Cool. So obviously, what's your favourite player who's on your team now? Obviously, it's a bit harder because there's less players on your team.
Who's the best player on the team now? There's not many, is there, really? I mean,
yeah.
Actually, I was looking at that as well today, and we really don't have anybody. So it's sort of gone full circle. When I first started watching the Dolphins, we were also in that sort of position when I first started watching. But I'd go for A-Chain. He's probably the best player we've got, skill-wise.
Or how do you pronounce his name again? No, somebody else. Who's the other player that's been calling him wrong? He's suddenly called A-Chain as well. But
is it not A-Chain? Anchan? How do you put it?
Yeah, no, yeah, but there was like somebody else had been calling his name wrong for years, but apparently it's pronounced like A-Chain as well. No. I saw it Good Morning Football, but I can't remember who it was. Like,
but it is.
The spelling's nothing like it.
But it is pronounced A-Chain, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's A-Chain, but so
that's how I'd guess. It looks like
obviously the draft. Yeah. No, he's called A-Chain, but there was somebody else in the league who announced in the summer that his actual name is pronounced A-Chain, but he's been playing in the league for about 2-3 years.
Oh.
Or A-Chan, or A-Chain. It's like very similar. It's like a running back as well, but it was completely random. But yeah, no, it is Devon A-Chain. One of Craig's favourite players for running backs. I think he loves him. And as long as you don't run him into death this year, he'll be good. So obviously, with the draft coming up, who would you like your team to draft?
We need so many. I was actually looking at it as well again today, because we've got so many options. 7 picks in the top 100.
That's a lot of picks.
I expect us to trade a lot. I hope we do anyway. But I was thinking about this, and yeah, I'd probably pick a tackle. And then, to be honest, it's not my forte. I don't really know. But maybe a Fano. or because it depends really. Because I'm wondering, do we take a tackle? I think it depends who's there. Do we take a tackle at 11 or do we wait and then take something else early on? I personally I would like us not to focus on wide receiver, those types of positions early on. I think we need to go defense or the line. So yeah, someone like Banner or Maui Goa.
All right, yeah.
If he's
Well, that's the
available.
thing. You need to protect your quarterback first. If you're going to build from scratch, and you'll get wide receivers later on in the draft. I mean, that'll hit.
Yeah,
Was it Puka was the 5th round? Was he not? And there's lots of good players get picked in the 3rd, 4th round.
yeah. In the past,
Like you say, you've got all those picks in the first 100.
yeah,
And offensive tackles, if you want a good one, you really have to go early.
yeah. So
Because when you get to 2nd, 3rd round, they're not as good as the ones that
yeah,
obviously you get earlier on.
I've done 2 mock
So yeah.
drafts, and I picked each time. I picked 2 tackles. I picked one at 11, one at 30, but then another one I just like simulated trade. So I traded out of the 11th for the 31st pick.
All right.
Picked 2 tackles back to back. So I think that's what we should do, sort of a left tackle and a right tackle, or just double down on the position. And then I'm thinking later on if Surratt's available in the late 2nd round or something, or maybe we could draft a tight end if we're going to look at attacking positions. But I don't think teams really you don't need that good of wide receivers. If you've got a good line and an all right quarterback, like most receivers can do a job. Plus,
Yeah, like I say,
we're not going to win.
you've got one of the best running backs.
Hey?
No, that's the thing. You don't. You've got a really good running back if you keep him up, and I quite like Jalen Wright as well. Kind of as a backup to him. So he's not the biggest player in the world, but he's a nippy little bugger.
Well, if it was me, I'd have also traded Achan as well.
Yeah. Well, you'd probably get quite a bit for him too, but for a team they've got a good line. But yeah, I'm I'm hoping we go defense as well to start and get a wide receiver later on too. But,
Yeah.
And not the running back. I don't want Love.
You don't want him. You don't need him. I don't think that
I don't need. I don't think we should draft him because obviously I like Tracy. He's a good running back. I mean, he proved he can get 1,000 yards. You've got Scatterbo. They're good together, and I think we've still got Singletary who will do the business like a backup and come in third down, get the first down yards. So you've got 3 running backs that are one's probably they're good enough between them to like keep the running going.
Yeah.
Keep them healthy. The O-line did better last year, so we need a defense. Is what we need.
Yeah. Well, this year's draft's full of decent tackles and good defensive players. Your cornerbacks and your liners.
I still don't understand why they keep keeping Evan Neal because he has been a bit of a nightmare since we drafted him. But they keep saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to stick with him and go on again." He's been moved about in the line quite a few times, but yeah, it's not great.
You never know. Sometimes players move on from a team and they end up being half decent later on.
Yeah, well, Eli Apple did that. He was useless with us, but he was okay with the Bengals. But... yeah. So what are your prospects for 2026 for the Dolphins, and what do you think the record will be?
I'm thinking an improvement, sort of like a 7-10 season. Third in the league in our division, sort of season. I can see us winning it.
That'll be not bad. Yeah.
But I can't see us doing it.
That's the thing, because it is. Yeah, but it'd be good, like, you're not going to win the division, not with that in your division, but 7 wins would be good for such it'd be a young team now with most of the players gone.
Yeah. So I think 7 and 10. And then I do honestly for Dolphins, I think we've got good few years ahead after that. So I do like the hiring of Hafley and the new GM. Jensen, is it? What's his name? Jenkins? Sullivan.
So yeah.
Packers guy. I think we're good. I think I like it because what we've not had a lot is good direction and stuff. We're a bit of a messy organisation.
Sorry, my daughter's asking what our memorable information for our bank account is. And I've got to save somewhere, but I've no idea where. I know. I'll ask you the next question. You can answer that and I'll look for it. So, when did you start playing fantasy football? Because I know we've been rivals and playing against each other for a wee while now.
Fantasy, I think my first season was the 2019-20 season. Yeah.
So that'll be 6 years.
6 or 7. I can't remember if it was the year before that, but it was on NFL Fantasy, and it was the year after Josh Allen's first season, I think, or his first season.
Was he 2019 or 2018?
I think he was 2018 draft. Had an average year, didn't he? His passing wasn't great. Because I remember I drafted him and Jones, and then someone traded me Devontae Adams halfway through the season. I ended up having a really good year because Allen was really good his second year, but he was one who no one ever drafted. So yeah, I think that's when I started fantasy football. But it was basically the same time I started watching NFL. I did it for the same reasons that Matthew did it, to get into knowing the players and such.
Yeah, I think obviously when I started, there wasn't that much fantasy football over here, so I mainly watched it just because I like to see people hit each other. Because back then it was proper tackles, it was really good running backs and hard running.
Yeah,
and there was some good passing, but it was mostly like the ground game. Like I remember watching the Redskins play, well the Commanders now, but like Ruggs, and they ran a lot. I mean, he was a machine. He would run through people, and it was just proper hits. Nowadays, you can't even look at them without getting a penalty against you. And then obviously, when I did start, it was on CBS Sports. When that site's as bad as NFL now when it comes to fantasy football, it's bloody awful.
Yeah.
Obviously, at least we've got Sleeper.
All sports seem to go in that direction now. Just like less contact, more diving, more interference from AI and officials and stuff like that. It's the same with football.
Yeah. Are the team meetings, were they not doing something about interference, like up in the clouds? They can call it back, or they can look back and say that was a pass interference and it wasn't. Or it was certainly brought up at the meeting that it might get voted in. There might be more stoppages. So like remember that happened with the Saints when they got knocked out with was it an interference call? Then they lost because of it, and it was like a blatant interference, and they got away with it.
I don't know.
I think that's something like that. Something that can be reviewed now, like up in the cloud.
Yeah, there was one. There was the one with the Rams, wasn't there? Where
the Rams as well.
That was one, and then they took like 6 or 7 minutes, and then, no, there wasn't actually a review, but someone obviously up top had seen it, and then like phoned down or talked down to the referees, and they changed their mind, didn't they?
Yeah, like they're bringing something like that, and I think for like pass interference, and it was maybe holding. It was something anyway, but it just means it'll be back to being longer games again. But like I can remember you watch a game, it would take 4 hours, not 3.
Well, yeah, I don't. So, to be honest, I don't watch many full games now. I used to watch the odd one, but I mainly watch Red Zone or highlights because it's tough to get through a full game now.
Yeah,
especially if it's a crap one, and you don't really know sometimes until.
I usually have. I know. Well, I usually have 3 games on. One of them's got like Red Zone. One will be the Giants game, and one will be like what could potentially be another good game. But there'll be no volume on that one. The volume will be on the Giants game. So I've just got my head like that between the 3 of them.
That'd be too much.
Because that's a good thing.
That'd be too much for me.
That's a good thing about Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people don't like it, but I like it, and it does for me.
Fair enough. I mean, I've also got the problem though that all the games for me are start at 2 a.m.
Stupid o'clock in the morning.
At 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. So for me, it's just staying awake. This last season and the season before, I've hardly watched any red zone or anything because I fall asleep by second quarter of the first set of games, and I'll wake up halfway through at like 5 o'clock. So yeah, I just really struggle. I think it's different having a kid, and I struggle to stay awake now.
Oh, it's understandable. But at least you can, what do you call it? Do you have the Game Pass?
Well,
You have that?
this season, I've got a Fire Stick.
All right.
And then,
because obviously with the Game Pass, you get the 40-minute highlights, which is really good to the 40-minute game where you see all the plays.
You do, and then but halfway through the season, I've got the Dan's subscription.
Oh, right, because it's cheaper. Or just for the whole year.
Yeah, halfway through it, I think it was like $60 or $60 US. About 60 quid.
Yeah. I know. I get that because it's great. I mean, because like a lot of times, if you've got a good game, you can watch the 40-minute highlights in the morning the next day, like for the night games, because I don't always stay up for the late ones. Because I'm up at 6 o'clock getting the kids ready for school and getting Catherine to work. And so it's better having a couple of bits of sleep before I'm driving about all over the place and getting a school bag ready. So, like I'm quite happy. Like when they're away, like before the Pez and Pork show, I'll maybe watch one of the 40-minute games. Especially if it's a Seattle game or a Cowboys game, so I can know what the hell they're talking about, sort of thing, or rabbiting on about.
Tough sometimes though when you know the result, like you lose a bit of interest, especially if it looks like a crap game. But then I suppose you can just watch the 5-minute highlights.
Yeah, true. I wish, because obviously they had the college games on this year, but I wish they had the 40-minute highlights of them. That'd be quite good, but they don't seem to have it for the college games, just for the NFL games. But...
Yeah, I mean, I've done college league for like the last 2 years, and I'm in a Devi league from last year as well. And I still just can't get into college football just because it's just too much to watch, and there's so many games as well.
Yeah,
it's like
I can't watch them live because. Yeah, well, I can't watch them live because I watch all the Sunday night. I'm basically watching TV all night, so I can't have the whole weekend with no seeing the missus.
Well, yeah.
Because she's only off for the weekend, so Saturday night we just watch stuff, and Sunday I just watch. And I can't sit over 3 hours. Like, if there were 40 minutes, I could watch a couple of games before I go to work.
Yeah.
In the morning, I was setting my teams up, but I can't sit and watch a 3.5-hour game, 4-hour game before work, and then after work the NFL games are on.
Yeah, they need to introduce it. I think
NFL comes first.
Yeah, I think what I might do for college next season is just watch the playoffs for the college, because then what if you've only got, I can't remember how many teams, it's 16 teams, is it?
It's something like that, yeah.
So you can just...
Yeah, they're up to 16 now, yeah.
Yeah, because I forget...
Some of the good teams didn't get in.
Huh?
There was a lot of moaning about, because obviously 2 of the teams got in because they won the division. Were nowhere near some of the class of the teams that got there, and then when they got to the knockouts, they just got steamrolled.
Yeah, they're trying to find a balance. Trying to find a balance, aren't they? I think
it's hard to get it.
They're looking to increase it, I think, from what I'd heard. Like, get some more teams in.
Well, there's a World Cup.
No Iran there.
Anyway. Oh, no. Well, at least we're in it for once, yeah. But no. Yeah, because Iran are in it, aren't they? They're in the World Cup.
Yeah, I was just reading some tweets that's coming up.
I think they're...
Donald Trump's saying
they're playing in
the World Cup. It's a bit... I was thinking it's so bad that there's World Cup's around the corner, and one of the teams are basically getting bombed by the hosting country for the World Cup. It's a bit mental.
It is a bit like... I know it's a bit short notice, but Ken, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia got booted out.
Yeah.
There's another political... So why... I know because it's in America. They were even talking about... Because obviously Mexico's getting riots everywhere after that bloody... Whatever, somebody got killed, and they're bombing everything.
It's mental.
So it's probably not the safest place to be either. Like, so it's a bit crazy. Like,
a little bit.
And like, I think 3 of the countries are not allowed. The fans are not allowed in the country. Of 3 of the countries that are playing in it. So it's a bit. You should be in a country that you're allowed other teams' fans to come visit. But I would not be safe being Iran players coming to play in the World Cup.
No, it's
'Cause,
scary.
yeah, it's
Just thinking
yeah,
back to the Olympics. It was like the 70s. Was it Israeli? Those Israeli Olympics. Is it Israelis? Machine guns at the Olympics? Didn't that happen one time?
I'm not sure. I'm not big in the Olympics, but yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's going to be quite scary. Like what's going to happen here. And obviously, hopefully nothing happens, but it's a bit.
Imagine if Iran,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
imagine
be.
if Iran won the World Cup in America. Look at it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Like,
Look at just look at the crap. I mean, Scotland's got more chance than Iran probably winning the World Cup. So.
well, I think they've got a good chance of if they can beat Haiti by a good enough score, then they might get through to third place or whatever. But I can't see them being in the top two. But not when you've got Brazil in the bloody group.
It's criminal as well. I can't believe Italy. Italy's not even in the World Cup again.
I know that's mental. Like that's 3 in a row they've missed.
Yeah,
or 3.
shows how crap Italian football is.
Considering there's like so many European countries involved, it is a bit mental. Like, but I'm not caring. We got through. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well done.
But
Well done.
yeah, we can lose all our friends as long as at least win one game in Europe in the World Cup. So anyway, talk about who's your biggest rivalry in all the Orkney Bowl teams? Because you're about to have loads of rivalries because you play that many different teams in it.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to be Pez, wouldn't it? Obviously, I think.
I know. Well, he does like to single you out quite a lot.
Which is a bit of a weird one. I can't actually remember how it started. But, I don't know. 'Cause I'm not usually one that throws any shade. Actually, to be honest, I do quite like it when you know they can take it as a joke because obviously it's all a joke. But
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
so that
I just don't understand why he singles you out so much.
I don't know. It's quite a gossip. Do you not think?
I know. I think it's because you stick up for pork all the time, maybe, and that's it.
Maybe that. Maybe it's that. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll go with that one. I'll find it off him. I'll ask him that when it's his turn in a couple of weeks. So how many leagues you participate in each year? Not including best balls, because that just gets a bit silly. That one.
Oh, I don't know. To be honest, I didn't tally it, but I'm in the 20s. The league.
20s, yeah. I think I'm in 36 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm in the 20s.
A lot of them are dynasties. So.
Too many is the answer. But I cut down a little bit last year. I think I cut down by 6 or so.
Yeah, I've definitely cut down because I think 3 years ago I was at 174, including best ball.
Yeah,
the year after that, I think it was like 154. The year after that, maybe one. I think it was maybe like 126 last year, but that's including best balls again. And most of the best balls, you just draft them and leave them. Even if they've got agency, I just draft and leave it. I'm not really bothered.
Yeah, I did a lot.
For me, best ball should be draft and leave it. So
yeah, I did a lot of best ball last year. I can't remember the chaps' names that run that European best ball league stuff, but I did a lot of those last year. They're quite good actually.
Oh, is it Zaya Kant? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did quite well in those last year.
Yeah,
I think I won.
I was up
2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
I think I only put about.
I've not heard, but I hope he's doing them again this year. They're only like £3 each. It's not that lot. Like
they'll be doing them again this year, definitely. But yeah, I was. I don't know. I only put about $30 into it total or something like that. I don't know. I must have won. I won more than my money back anyway. It was worth it. And it was quite interesting.
Yeah, so did I actually. It was a good setup. Like I've got Matty's doing one where there's 8 different drafts, and there's going to be like an overall winner.
Yeah.
And you've got division winners, and there's other things as well. Like so, I think we're about to start draft number 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's actually it's a bit of an eye opener. That you can tell the guys that run it and a few of the regulars in there, some of the industry, I don't know, people who've got shows and stuff. They're really good at it. Like they won a lot of money in those leagues. I was thinking it's a bit unfair. You guys seem to win a lot, but they know what they're doing. They know who to pick.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just luck, though. I mean, when it comes to best ball, a lot of times it's who you pick later on.
Yeah,
like the backups of the backups. Like if you manage to pick up Parker Washington or win your league, for the way you finish the season and stuff like that. So
it is, in all your best ball
it
leagues,
doesn't always work.
you end
but
up with like 7 or 8 injured players. So it's a bit of luck as well.
yes,
You're right.
I think in Murph's one, Ken, is 5-yard rush, the one where you play over 2 weeks and you get knocked out and all that stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think I maybe got to the quarters, but I only had that team and one reserve. Everybody else was injured. Then it was just like, I'm not winning nothing here, like, because like 4 of them or 5 were on IR. It was just like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and you're still at bye weeks. I don't know how I got so far, but it was fun. But yeah, it's pure baseball is pure luck. Yeah, you, like 2 years ago, you could have picked McCaffrey in the first one. You didn't play all year, and if you didn't pick up the right backup, you were screwed.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. A bit of luck.
Because that caught me. That's how I got relegated when I took McCaffrey 101. Traded with you and picked Bell at the 108, and you got my second and third round pick. And I think my team ever recovered after that.
Yeah, I screwed you a bit in that draft.
Yeah, but I wanted the first round pick. Yeah, But I got him at the 106 the next year, and it won me the division. So the 101 was definitely not a good spot to be in, especially when you got a redraft.
True.
And talk about that. So, who was the worst player you've ever drafted?
Oh, so in a dynasty league, can't remember, but anyway, this year I had some good draft picks, and I did a bit of trading, but it was the year with Sky Moore. Was that Watson? Yeah, I can't remember who else was in that draft class, but I ended up drafting Sky Moore in like the 106, which at the time was, you know, sort of the end of the draft where he was going most of the time, and I don't know why I just took a huge gamble on picking him really early, and it was just the worst draft pick I've ever made.
Well, it's like the Mahomes effect, though.
That was it.
You got Mahomes, he's a wide receiver, you've got to get him.
I think that was it.
And it just doesn't work.
And then I'd just never pick that type of wide receiver ever again. You know, small, slender, pick them early, speed guy. I'm not doing it again. So that was the worst draft pick. Because I think there was at least 2 or 3 players after that who were still fantasy relevant now. I can't remember who was in that draft, but yeah, I just whiffed on all my picks in that draft.
In fairness, Watson's a bit of a bust too, because the boy's never fit. When he's fit, he's good, but when he's not fit, he's probably missed more games than he's played. Watson.
Well, he's awesome. When he's fit and he plays, he's really good because, I don't know, he's a touchdown machine. He gets a touchdown, 6-7 receptions, and he's yardage-wise, and he needs to catch that many because he's usually, 20 yards.
Yeah, but the hardest part is getting him on the field, though.
Well, he had.
But when he's on the field, he's awesome.
Well, he had a dodgy knee, didn't he? And then he had muscle apathy. I don't know how you pronounce it, but he had the weak leg, didn't he? He basically had a skinny leg and a muscle leg. So hopefully he's got that sorted out. But he's pretty bad.
I know, because he had a bad one because he missed most of the year. But I do like him, but it's just getting him on the bloody field. Anyway, so what player do you tend to draft the most?
This is a hard one.
Who do you have a soft spot for?
I'm in so many leagues, but Waddle, I've got a lot of Waddle. St. Brown, I've got a lot of. Montgomery. But like more recent players, I've tended to draft a lot of McBride and JSN.
That's a good
JSN I drafted a lot of. I think QBs, I don't tend to draft high, but I would draft the type of Goff type of player quite a lot. And then running backs, I think Bijan Robinson, I've got a lot. Yeah, Montgomery, I've got a lot of Montgomery. I really like Montgomery as a player.
Yeah, I've got Jahmyr Gibbs in quite a lot of places because I do have a bit of soft spot for Jahmyr Gibbs because he's such a good player. But a lot of times you have to take him. You have to be in the first couple of picks, especially this year in Yorkshire. I think if you're not in the first 3, you're not going to get Bijan or Gibbs.
To be honest, if I was drafting, Gibbs is another one I would always draft. If I was at that place in the draft, I would draft him. But I tend to go for the players that are very solid, like St. Brown. Someone who I think's got good talent, like JSN. Drake London, I used to draft a lot of. I'd probably stay away from Drake London. I just don't think he'll ever hit really big numbers. But those guys.
The thing with Drake London, though, if you're getting it, so it's PPR. You do though, because he gets a lot of targets. You know, he does get a lot of targets in a game. There's nobody else to throw to.
He does, but Falcons are another team that are just a bit of a mess, aren't they?
Oh, they're a complete mess, and then of course you've got Alabi, who does get a lot of targets, but he can't stay fit either. A lot of times, but
true, but
it's a hard one, you know. But
he's a hot commodity again, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like even the quarterback, it was shock. Yeah.
I traded.
We go.
Traded neighbours for Olave this season, actually, with Kelly.
Oh, I'd take neighbours. You got neighbours?
I had neighbours.
You got Olave.
And I traded him for Olave, but this was like during the season, so I wanted the points for the season. But then I was thinking also next season, can't be that much difference between the two. So I sort of saw it as a good trade. It was a bit more involved, obviously, but yeah.
Cool. So, what sort of thing? Obviously, what sort of thing do you do outside of fantasy football? Anything in particular?
Well, I'm quite active in my job because I teach kids sports. So I do like sports for 2 to 6 year olds. That's what I do during the afternoons. In the mornings, don't know. I'll watch some Netflix. I play golf when I can. That's about it, really. In Hong Kong, like after being here 11 years, there's not much you can do after a while. A lot of stuff's expensive. I don't really go out drinking anymore.
Yeah.
So probably stuff that I do outside of fantasy is golf, and the little one go places the weekend, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kid stuff.
It's nice to spend time with the little ones.
Yeah, I love it.
So before you get your question from Matthew, we'll get your question. What would you like to ask the next person on the show? And obviously, you've got our depending 2-time champion, Mike Land, the Darlow Destroyers.
Good name, that one. I had a question. My question was going to be, if you had one rule that you could change in the NFL, what rule would you change? That was going to be my question. But I suppose I'll give him 2 questions if he can answer it. What does he think has been his winning formula so far in the Orkney Bowl since he's a undefeated champion?
I know. I think he's got 3 helmets as well.
Oh, I should have got my helmet. Out here with me.
Oh man, yeah. Well, mine's behind me, up there. Well, 2 of them. Yeah. So I got one just for the Orkney Bowl, and then they actually won one, so it was quite good.
You just made sure you had one, and then you deserved one after that.
I've got the 2 mini New York Giants ones there too, so it's quite nice. So
I think those 2 questions. You proposed 2 questions to him. Those would be the questions. So the first one is like, what rule would you change in the NFL? And the second one is, what do you think your winning formula has been? The main thing.
I think all of us want to know what that formula is because it's been pretty hot. Like
that's why I'm asking it, Johnny. Trying to bring him down.
It's a bloody good question. They're both good questions. So what I'll do is I took a clip of the question for you, so I'll see if it plays.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
I do know what it is. I watched it. So.
What question would you like to ask the next person on the show? And like I said, I told you before, it's Yorkshire Friends, Duke Mueller, his username.
Does it have to be fantasy related?
No, it doesn't. Preferably football related, but yeah.
It is football related. Because as a Bengals fan, as I kind of alluded to earlier about the front office.
Well, he's a Dolphins fan, so.
But this actually might link with the Dolphins as well, to be fair. What's the one thing you would change what your franchise does? And it could be anything. It could be how it structures contracts. It could be.
Oh, that'd be a good one, yeah.
Yeah. It could be the psychopathic way of how you do things. Is it, putting 150 million dead cap space, which I think is actually quite a good plan, to be fair. I think they're doing the right thing. But yeah, as a person who gets frustrated with their team, I think we all do in a different way. Could be small, could be big. It's quite interesting to see the one thing that people get quite annoyed about with their own team.
There you go. That was a good question.
So you want my answer to that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't pin down one thing. I can't be like specific, like change the water they're drinking or something. But, it would be to change like the culture. So I think changes that we've already made, brought in Hafley, brought in the young guy from Sullivan from Green Bay, which I think are both good moves because they're going to bring a better culture to the team. I think last few seasons we've had a really bad culture, slack. So that's the main thing, and I think that's partly why we've maybe got rid of a few players. It's the freshness. But it'd be to change the culture and bring in more of that.
Well, that's a good answer.
Style, tough football, play for the shirt type of stuff, which is something my football team Burnley don't have at the moment as well. So I'd change that. I say change that about the football team as well.
I don't know what are they? Are they in what division are they in now? They're in the Championship.
Premier League, but we're second to bottom.
It's not a problem.
6 points adrift, and there's just no hope. We're a team that's probably got enough to compete and maybe have stayed up, but we just don't have any fight. We don't have any. I don't know. You just watch the games and you can there's something wrong there in the organisation. Just not right. So I think same as the Dolphins, just something missing there in terms of leadership or whatever it is.
Well, like I say, hopefully the new ones in will help get a bit of fight back in the team.
Yeah.
Get some people that want to play for the team and not just about money. It's hard nowadays.
Yeah, because Ricky Mostert just did an interview with Landry and Leonard Fournette, and he was saying that with Matt Daniels at the Dolphins, that players were pushing the coaches and like cursing at the coaches on the sideline and stuff. And Matt Daniel just never.
And he was doing nothing.
Yeah, never really like stamped it out. So I don't know. It sort of all ties in with what was rumoring around the team last year, but it just sounds like a bit of a shit show that just players could do what they wanted, basically.
Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, you shouldn't be pushing your coaches anyway. And if you do, you should be getting bloody fined and even not pick for the team for at least 1 week and sort of like that. Because that's just out of order. I know, like things get heated and all that, but Ken, your coach is there for a reason, not to be pushed around and get basically picked on. But yeah, that's bad head coaching by McDonald there, if that really is true. Like, but yes, a bit more laid back than some of the other coaches. You know what I mean? Like, so you want Dan that wouldn't happen with Campbell.
No, you wouldn't have him, would you?
You don't mess with him.
The Patriots, so yeah, it just wouldn't happen. I think could sort of spell his career. I don't think Daniels might never get the head coaching job again because you sort of need that because that's one of the hardest jobs for being a head coach. I think managing all those players on that money. Modern day sports now, you need to be able to manage those people.
And different personalities, and different prima donnas, and you got to keep them all in line. So the Giants aren't the best at that either, to be honest. I can't really say much about that in the past, but hopefully they'll be better now. But yeah, anyway, thank you for coming on.
Thanks,
what time is it for you now? Is it be quarter to
11 now?
11?
Yeah.
So you'll be up early. So, but yeah, that's. Thank you for coming on. I think you did the You did it the first year as well, did you not?
Yeah, I did. There's
Way
one,
back in
there'll be one there on YouTube.
4 years ago. I'll be there somewhere. Yeah, they're all in their own little bit, so it'll be there somewhere if somebody wants to look it up. See your hair's changed, maybe.
Oh, no,
But yeah, thank you for coming on.
it was about an hour and a half, the last one. I think the first one we did was like an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. I can't remember, it was ages. But this one we've done well.
It was. Yeah, we did. Well, I did guess 45 minutes, and yeah, it was 47 the last one and 45 for this one. So if we keep that to that time, that's quite good. Otherwise, I can go and watch TV with the missus in a minute. But yeah, thank you for coming on, and good luck this year.
Yeah.
Because you're not in my division, so I'm only saying that. But you'll be looking to go up to the top division next year. So
yeah, well,
good luck.
Good luck to everyone in the Orkney Bowl, apart from the St Magnus League. So
definitely. We'll catch you again sometime.
All right.
See you later, bye.
See you later.